Islanders, it's a fact that adult cruisers want to see more adults only areas and venues and cruise ships. It's also a fact that this idea, this notion of adults only cruising has grown in popularity over the years. The last couple of years in particular, we've seen the rise of a brand new cruise brand, Virgin Voyages, that sells a product that's adults only cruising. But cruise lines like Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean International, Norwegian Cruise Line, they can't offer adults only ships, adults only sailings. So they offer adults only areas instead. Royal Caribbean is making adult passengers happy today as they're raising the minimum age of the Solarium adults only area. We're going to share that story with you on the show today. We're also sharing news from Royal Caribbean as they share news that they're now going to charge for premier space by the pool, for premier space up against the railing to see off the ship. Used to, this was space that was free. You could enjoy. You had to be the first one to get up early and show up and get there. Don't hoard the chairs and the beds. But now Royal Caribbean, on its newest ship, says if you want premier space by the pool, we're going to charge you for it. We've got that for you. And we've got news from Galveston as the Port of Galveston celebrates 22 years of cruising. We all need some time in the islands. Let's go there now on Island Time. A big happy Wednesday to all you Islanders. We are halfway through the week. We hope that you're having a great day. We're on Island Time. I am Derek. Let's drop our anchors and take some time to relax in the islands together, catching up on the latest in cruising and cruise news. We know that you like to stay up to date with what's going on. We invite you to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell to receive notifications when we upload content. We're going to talk about adults only cruising, adults only areas today. There are many of you who cruise and don't have to bring kiddos. You cruise with you and your partner, your significant other. You're adults. You enjoy it. There are some of us who are still in the phase of life who cruise with their kids sometimes, and we all know that cruising with kids is a completely different cruise than cruising just with adults, right? We know that. Some of you, when you cruise, you try to find those areas, indoors and outdoors, that's away from families, that's away from kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm saying that as a parent who brings their kids sometimes. I know that you need your own area, your own space. I need my own area and space sometimes when I bring my kids as well. Cruise lines are doing everything they can to create spaces indoors and outdoors for adults to enjoy, have quiet areas, have their own loungers and pools, hot tubs, right? We've all seen those pools and hot tubs with every kid on the ship in the pool and the hot tub, and you as an adult cannot enjoy those amenities because sometimes they're so full with kids. Royal Caribbean does an awesome job at having an adults only area called the Solarium. It's at the very front of ships, and based on the class of ships, the amenities may change. Maybe the Solarium on bigger ships is completely covered, enclosed, and it may be hot outside, but it's cool inside. Maybe the roof is retractable. But this Solarium area is an area that has loungers, that has a pool, hot tubs, areas for adults to enjoy. And Royal Caribbean has said for many years that you only have to be 16 years old to go into the Solarium. And they're changing that, now saying that you have to be 18 years old to enjoy those Solarium amenities. Royal Caribbean is sharing that the reason for the change was to make the adults only areas on the ship consistent. Everywhere else it's 18 plus, so now in the Solarium it is 18 plus. There are some people who are upset about this news. They bring their 16 and 17-year-old kiddos. They say they're well behaved. Sometimes those 16 and 17-year-olds are more well behaved, more well mannered and quiet than the 50-year-old that's had too much to drink and maybe a little bit too loud. So some people are upset about this, while others are applauding this news that now there's a space where 18 plus people can hang out. And yes, there's words and terms and things that are thrown around and music probably that's listened to that maybe the 16 and 17-year-olds don't need to hear. The big question that many have is, we love the policy. We love the change. Will it be enforced? It's one thing to have a policy in place. It's another thing to go ahead and enforce the policy. You see, the Solarium is very popular for you cruisers who cruise with Carnival Cruise Line and enjoy the Serenity. The Solarium is an amped up, on steroids Serenity. Carnival Cruise Line has the Serenity at 21 plus, but it's an outdoor area. You have to brave the elements, the heat, and things like that. If you cruise with Carnival and you enjoy Serenity, I highly advise you to check out a Royal Caribbean ship and the Solarium and the extra amenities that it offers. But there's a policy in place with both cruise lines, 21 plus for Carnival, and now 18 plus with Royal Caribbean in their adult-only areas. The policies are great, but they have to be enforced to be of any value. Islanders, what do you think about this change of Royal Caribbean's salarium from the age of 16 now to 18? Is it a welcome change? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and share with us, do you enjoy these adult-only areas on cruise ships? Should there be more of them? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We're going to continue news with Royal Caribbean today as they dominate the cruise news cycle. You know, for many years, the big secret was getting the prime position by the pool, the prime seats on Lido deck or the aft pool or whatever it may be, was that you get up early at the butt crack of dawn. You get up, you're barely awake, you've already got your bag packed from the night before, but you walk out there and you put your stuff out and you got the best seat in the house. You may go back to bed. You're not supposed to, right? You're not supposed to leave your stuff there, go back to bed. You may go eat, but you know that you have the prime real estate because you were the first one. The early bird gets the worm. Like all businesses, cruise lines are trying to find more ways and new ways together and make revenue. Royal Caribbean is doing this, and they have shared that on board their new Icon of the Seas, if you want prime real estate, if you want the day beds by the pool, if you want day beds right by the ocean, you're going to have to pay for them. There's no longer early bird that can wake up now and get the worm. Now, money talks. Royal Caribbean is sharing that beds that are in the Hideaway neighborhood, which is free to get into, but the beds themselves that are by the pool, that are by the water's edge, are now going to cost you to sit and lay in these beds. A big change from Royal Caribbean, who already charges for some other amenities and other beds and other parts of the ship. Carnival Cruise Line, they're not going to escape from this either. Loft 19 on their XL class ships, you have to pay, right, for some prime real estate for an exclusive area. But these are areas by a pool. These are areas by the ocean that now you're going to have to pay for. Royal Caribbean, and I'll share this, is sharing that you're going to pay a hefty fee. Price will depend on if it's a sea day, if it's a port day. I'll show you this picture here of the Icon of the Seas, the infinity pool there. You can see the rust color beds. Those are the Hideaway in-pool day beds. They're going to cost you $350 on a sea day, $250 on a port day. And then you'll see to the left, you see the big palm trees, you see the blue beds there by the railing. Those beds, too, are going to cost you $300 for that ocean view day bed, $300 for a sea day, $200 for a port day. Don't get me wrong, these beds will sell out every single day. Port days, sea days, there are thousands and thousands of people on the ship. They're going to sell out. The suspended infinity pool is cool. It is. It's so cool. But to have to pay that much money for that prime position is not for me. It's not. Some people, though, will welcome the change because some people, they have the money, right? They can fork up the cash, and they will absolutely enjoy having an amenity like this that you can just throw money at, and you don't have to wake up early. You don't have to rush to get there. Here's my money. I know it's mine. You can book these beds before you even cruise if you want to. What is your response and reaction to this news from Royal Caribbean charging for some of this prime real estate? Would you be one that welcomed the change? You've got the money. Let's throw the money at it. Or should the early bird get the worm? Share your thoughts with us in the comment section below. We're going to close the show out today, going back to Galveston, Texas, as they celebrate 22 years of cruising. Roger Rees had several things to share. 1.3 million passengers they think will cruise from Galveston this year. Roger Rees shared this here. He is the port director and CEO. This year we're poised to set new records with 5 cruise lines, 13 ships, more than 350 scheduled sailings, and an estimated 1.3 million plus passengers today. Galveston's cruise industry positively impacts the Texas economy with $1.6 billion in direct economic benefits, including 27,000 jobs and $125 million in passenger and crew onshore spending. All major cruise lines are sailing from Galveston either now or have plans to do so. Royal Caribbean International, Carnival Cruise Line, Norwegian is coming, MSC is coming, Princess has been there, Disney has a fall season. All major cruise lines are there, and of course Galveston continues to grow. 22 years, and now the number 4. They're in 4th position, the largest cruise port in the United States, with hopes of breaking into the top 3. Congratulations to Roger Reese and all those port officials there in Galveston. We can't wait to see you December the 23rd as we set sail on the Carnival Jubilee and the inaugural cruise. Islanders, that is the cruise news for the show today. We hope you enjoyed it. If so, give us a thumbs up. We can't wait to see what you thought about these cruise news stories in the comment section below. Be sure that you join our Facebook page as well to keep up with the latest in cruising. And we'll see you tomorrow right here on Island Time.